Right, hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're back with a match reaction this time, and it's finished in the Nations League, Belgium 2, Wales 1 at the King Bowdown Stadium. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Probably pronounced it wrong, but yeah, let's get straight into it then. So yeah, it was a tough game against Belgium. I thought for periods we played well. Obviously they dominated the game, but I think we had spells where we were really good. Dan James impressed me, Brennan Johnson impressed me. I thought Joe Rodon was pretty good, to be fair. Yeah, not a bad performance, but now it's obviously all to play for against Poland. So if we win, we'll stay in the top tier of the Nations League. Obviously, if we lose, we'll get relegated. It's obviously Nations League isn't a massive competition, but it's still nice to be at the top. But yeah, I thought it was a very tough game, but I thought for periods we played well. And we always do play well against Belgium. Very unlucky with the results. We could have maybe snatched a draw out of that on another day, but yeah, it is what it is. It's a fairly decent result, to be fair. Not a decent result, a fairly decent performance. But yeah, how would you say the game went?
Yeah, I thought the game did go really well. I think just watching the game, I thought we could have at least got a point in that game. But the stats say completely different. They had 19 shots compared to our 10. They had 72% possession as well. Both teams only had 4 shots on target. So on stats, it looks like Belgium battered us. But realistically, when you're actually watching the game, I thought we didn't play that badly. I thought we did create a lot of chances. I thought Brennan Johnson had a fantastic game, creating chances all the time. But when you got players like Kevin De Bruyne who completely bossed the game in the end, got a goal and an assist, and Belgium have so many creative players and so many goal scorers on the pitch, it's always going to be they're always bound to get score goals and create good chances. So it's a bit disappointing, but we weren't we were always the underdogs in this game. We were never the favourites to win, so I'm not surprised that we actually lost. But yeah, I thought certain individuals played well. I thought Brennan Johnson and Dan James both played decent. I thought Joe Morrell, when he came on, actually made a bit of an impact. Same with Bale. But yeah, I thought overall, defensively we did a couple of errors. The goals were, well, just, they're very soft goals to concede, really. They also had a penalty shout as well, which went to VAR, which, it should never have gone to VAR in the first place. It was never a foul, but it is what it is these days. And yeah, all play for Poland on the weekend.
Yeah, and now going on to player rating then. So starting off with Hennessy. He probably could have done better, for De Bruyne's goal, but he did make some good saves, so I'm going to give him a 6. But what would you give Hennessy?
Yeah, I'll probably give him a 5 or 6, either one of those two.
Yeah, and now moving on to the back line. So we'll start off with the fullbacks, Roberts and Williams. I'm going to give them both a 5, actually, to be honest with you. Actually, no, I'll give Nico Williams a 6 and Connor Roberts a 5. But what about you?
Yeah, I think I'll give Nico Williams a 7, and I'll give Roberts I'll give Roberts a 6 and Nico Williams a 7. I thought Williams did very, very well, especially going forward. I thought he's very good when he's creating chances. He's able to go up on the pitch, and then whip in a good cross. So I'd say I give him a 7 and Roberts a 6.
Yeah, now the 3 centre-halves then. So Norrington, Davis, Rodon and Metham. I thought Norrington Davis was alright, so I'll give him a 6. I'll give all 3 centre-backs a 6. I don't think they were that bad considering we conceded 2 goals, but what about you?
Yeah, I'll probably agree with you on that, to be honest. I don't think they did much wrong. There were some certain errors, for the 2 goals, but it wasn't anything major, so I'll give them all a 6 as well.
Yeah, and then midfield then, Matt Smith and Ampadu. I'm going to give Matt Smith a 5. Obviously he came off, I didn't really see him do too much, but Ampadu I'm going to give a 6. Actually, I'll give Ampadu a 6.5. I thought he was quite good going forward, to be fair. But what would you give the 2 midfielders?
I will probably just give them both a 5. I thought Ampadu, he was decent, but at times he could give the ball away very sloppy. So I will give them both a 5. I thought they were both reasonably quite quiet.
Yeah, and then as for the 2 wingers, Dan James and Brennan Johnson, I think I'm going to give Dan James a 6.5 and Brennan Johnson a 7. But what about you?
Yeah, I'll probably give... Yeah, I'll give Brennan Johnson an 8, and I'll give Dan James a 6.
Yeah, now moving on to Kiefer Moore, I'm going to give him a 6.5 for the goal. I think other than goal, he didn't really do too much, but because of that goal, you've got to give him a fairly high rating. But what about you?
Yeah, I think either a 6.5 or no, I'll give either a 6 or 6.5, because he was very, very quiet. Apart from that goal, you probably would have got a 4 or 5, to be honest with you, because he didn't really do much apart from obviously score that goal. So I will give him a 6 or 6.5.
Yeah, now moving on to the 3 substitutes then, Morrell, Bale and Roberts. I'm going to give Bale a 6 because he was bright when he came on, but I'm going to give Morrell and Tyler Roberts a 5. But what about you?
Yeah, no, yeah, I'll give Morrell and Bale a 5 and then Roberts I'll give Morrell and Bale a 6 and then Roberts a 5.
Yeah, now finally on to man of the match. So if I had to pick Wales' best player, I'm going to say Brennan Johnson, but if I'm going to have to give a man of the match for the overall game, it just had to be Kevin De Bruyne. But what about you?
I think I have to agree with you on that as well. I think, De Bruyne getting a goal and an assist, we all know what he's capable of. We've seen what he's done in the Premier League for Man City. The way he just gets assists, he can pass the ball anywhere. He can score goals from ridiculous angles as well, as we've seen. So yeah, I'll have to give those two the man of the matches for both teams.
Yeah, and then obviously if I had to give Rob Page a rating, I forgot we didn't do that. I'll give him a 6. But what about you?
Yeah, I'll give him a 6 or a 7 because I thought the tactics weren't actually that bad. I think it's just individual errors really. So I'll give him a 6 or 7.
Yeah, but obviously, yeah, massive thanks for watching this. We will be back on, obviously, Saturday for our match preview. We'll probably upload that midday because it's a weekend. There's no point uploading Saturday night. And then we'll be back Sunday then for the matchday vlog. Unfortunately, Luke cannot attend, but he may be featuring the vlog. But I'll be vlogging it regardless. But yeah, it's obviously all to play for against Poland. We need to win to stay up in the top tier of the Nations League. But yeah, obviously, a massive thanks for watching this and stay tuned for the preview next Saturday.
Yeah, cheers.